Pardon me. Guys, Deluded Gunnar, YouTube's N'Golo Kante, the best YouTuber at this. Arsenal 2, Spurs 0. God knows we haven't said that for a while. It's nice to beat them. Yeah, North London's red for today. So yeah, going into the game, we knew what to expect. We potentially win today. We put ourselves a point behind them. To summarize that, one team's in mad crisis and one team's got forward thinking. I'm not taking shots at Spurs by that. I'm taking shots at the media who can't quantify things. We know it's a chance to. We've been down this road before, but it's a chance to show all the cliches, the heart, the passion, etc., etc. And just quite rightly, bragging rights over North London. We know how Spurs have been spoken about. We know how we currently have been. So yeah, it was a chance to win. Serious question marks if we didn't get anything out of this game. So yeah, in regards to team news, you saw Sissoko and Dembele start. That was a bit bewildering. I knew Sissoko would probably start. I didn't think Dembele would start. I thought Winks would have. Dyer passed his fitness test. There was question marks over him. Vertonghen. Obviously, Toby's got a long-term injury. Well, not really long-term, but he's not fit for today. Dele and Kane passed their fitness test. I don't think Winks is on the bench. I don't think there's anyone else like that. In regards to us, I thought Coquelin might start. He didn't start. Wenger kept faith in Ramsey and Xhaka. Who else? Nojat, Wilshere, Wobie and Welbs made the bench. We saw Mustafi welcome back into the side. I don't think I'm missing anyone else out that isn't already there. Finally, Lacazette starts a big game again. So yeah, for us, it's a chance to beat Spurs. We ain't beat them in a while. Lord knows when it was the last time we beat them. I think 2013 or 2014. Show a convincing performance against them. For Spurs, it's a chance for, yeah, man, just turn up in a big game. I know they have at home, but last time they went away to United, they didn't go to plan. They're expected to win, and yeah, it would have put a big boost to their aspirations for the season if they beat us. Obviously, Pochettino, I think going into the game, it was 1 in 16 that he's won away from home versus the top 6, so it's a chance to kind of pattern that up a little bit. So yeah, it was clear going into the game, first 5 minutes, it was clear how Pochettino went into the side. He wanted to have a committed and rigid side going into it. You saw Dele and Kane almost as 2 strikers pressing our centre halves, obviously to stop them receiving the ball. The first 5 minutes very competitive and cagey and compact in my opinion. We cancelled each other out. There wasn't really any quality in both sides. There weren't any options. We've been surrounded. Both sides were surrounding each other with shirts anytime someone had the ball. There weren't really any quality. There weren't really any space. Like, it was a bit mad. And then you could see something like, admittedly, I was nervous going into the game. As the game went on, I thought, okay, we're settling. There might be something in this now. Then we got it down. We started to play. We started to go forward. We started to do things. One big thing I'll say is we were still getting caught 3 versus 3, 2 versus 2 Spurs on the counter, but we were having a go. Our front 4, and our front 3. I say front, you know what, front 5, because if we might as well count Xhaka, Ramsey, and obviously Lacazette, Ozil, and Alexis, they were pressing Spurs' back 3. They were getting onto them. They were making them commit errors. You saw Jan Vertonghen get caught in possession and play a couple sloppy passes. Dyer the same. I wouldn't say Davinson Sanchez got caught. I believe he had a good game, but at times when they were stepping out of defence, he wasn't aware of who was running either side of him for in regards to the Arsenal players. So we were causing them problems. Xhaka and Ramsey had a committed performance. Like I said, we were having the lion's share of chances, the lion's share of possession. It wasn't most un-Spurs-like performance that we've seen Spurs play of recently, to be honest with you. They weren't really at it in the first 10 especially. So yeah, going into the game, we have every confidence. We're flying forward. We're doing our thing. That being said, they do have a couple of scares throughout the first half, in fact. Trippier and Davis, they didn't really put in a lot of crosses, but when they did, it gave us warnings. And if Kane was 100% and he was moving a bit more alert and less static, he would have bagged 2 goals, definitely 1 header. But yeah, there weren't really anything going. We were pressing their front 3 very well, back 3, very well. Yeah, man, there weren't really, as the game went on, we were starting to have joy in the midfield. Xhaka was picking out passes. You saw cute little plays. Bellerin and Kozlesny actually offering runs, and we're doing our thing. Davinson Sanchez again keeps getting caught out when they're stepping up as well. So yeah, we're doing our thing, and you're wondering in the first half, especially after the first 20 is gone, is we should have 1-0. We should really be 1-0 ahead, because for all, as well as we're playing, it's finally nice to see us showing up in the North London derby, some heart, some passion. The crowd's rocking. The crowd's normally quiet, but for all of that, it's still 0-0, and we've been down this road of Arsenal playing well, teams counter-attacking us and walking away with the most important thing out of the game, which is the 3 points. So that being said, it's looking like we don't really have anything to show. One big criticism of how we're playing currently, as good as it is there's not really any cutting edge with the finishing. Lacazette had a couple chances he could have finished. He was excellent today, in my opinion. Alexis was having chances. Yeah, man, Davinson Sanchez was bailing out a couple man in that first half, and it was really getting on top of us, man. We looked comfy from our defenders to our strikers. Everybody was doing their job, especially in the first half. The defence was stepping out when required. The midfield were protecting the defence. The front 3 were protecting the midfield. the kind of performance you kind of want Arsenal to show on a consistent basis. And we're doing our thing, man, as the game's going on, man. 10th minute, we should have done better with a chance we were presented. I forgot to mention 4th minute, Eric Dyer almost gave away a goal as well. He got caught in possession, and that was a sign of things to come, to be honest with you. 18th minute, lovely bit of play with Ramsey and Bellerin. Think he should have done a bit better. I believe Bellerin put the ball into the box and there was no one really there. So yeah, these are all the chances. And you're thinking at this point, could this be a typical Arsenal thing where we show up and they score? But as the game's going on, you're getting a bit more confidence. Don't get me wrong, there are incidences, especially in the first half, I keep saying that, where Spurs are troubling us. And obviously, as it goes on and we're like in the 20-25 minutes, on one hand for Arsenal, we're doing quite well. It's definitely a better performance than you would have expected against Spurs. On the other hand, it's 0-0. It's 0-0. Spurs fans probably thinking, okay, we're weathering the storm. We're holding it. We're not having as much joy in possession, even though the stats don't say. We're not having as much chances and as much joy in possession as we could expect. But it's 0-0. Many teams have been down this road with Arsenal and walked away with it. If we can get into half-time, it's cool. So, yeah, we probably have a bit more chances. Kane was a bit isolated. He was making a couple runs and weren't getting it. And when he was, probably a bit more quality needed to hold up play and things like that. He wasn't really helped out a lot as well. Eriksen, I love Eriksen, but he was missing. So 25 minutes, Spurs, you can count themselves lucky, at the risk of sounding biased, you can count themselves lucky that they're not a goal behind. And like I said, again, Trippier and Davis are giving us just little warnings when Spurs are getting a couple passages of play that they can trouble us. And we deserved our goal, to be honest. Ozil controlling the game, playing lovely, obviously the man of the match, 35th minute or something like that, 35th, 36th. Ball in. I can't lie, Mike Dean had a shocker. It wasn't a foul. And if he does give a foul, he has to, in line with consistency, he has to book Davinson Sanchez. But he doesn't. At least I believe this is the same foul. Lovely ball from Ozil. Mustafi heads it in front, and we finally have something to show for how we're playing. It's 1-0, and it's normally what happened to Spurs. You'd say that normally about Arsenal. They're not switched on. They're not turning up. They're not turned up. It seems like they're overconfident. They're not switched on. There's no real fluidity without in their play, in and out of possession. They're remaining rigid and solid, but there's not really any inspiration apart from Dembele here and there. So yeah, we deserved our goal. In relation to the goal, again, Dyer not switched on. I told you guys in the preview, I love Dyer. I'll take Dyer at Arsenal. Love's an exaggeration, but I'll take Dyer at Arsenal, not centre half at the moment, but I'll take Dyer. But one problem he does have is marking, especially from set pieces. Mustafi has a free header. Dyer has no clue where Mustafi is. Neither does Jan Vertonghen. And while I'm speaking of Vertonghen, he should have done better, being the experienced man that he is. So yeah, it's 1-0, and you're like, yeah, lovely Arsenal. But again, it's only 1-0, and you're thinking in the game, again, Spurs are having a couple bits of possession in the first half, especially towards the end of the first half, where you're thinking, okay, we need more. 45th minute, we catch life. Poor defending again from Spurs. Shocking defending, like not clearing with any conviction, switching off. Lovely play from Bellerin as well. I think it was Ramsey who eventually played the ball into Lacazette. Lacazette was making a number of great runs in that first half, and he wasn't being hit a number of times. He was very selfless. I think Lacazette had a good game. But yeah, eventually fell to Lacazette. Lacazette squared it. Eventually, it's a scruffy goal. It's not the neatest goal Alexis Sanchez will score, but it's 2-0 Arsenal in the 41st minute at this point, and you're thinking, yes, on one hand, 2-0 is a very dangerous lead to hold, especially in the North London derby. Dembele or Kane, two players that have dived against Arsenal in the past. All it takes is for them to get a penalty, 2-1, something happen. Little red card. I believe at this point Xhaka has a yellow, so anything can happen. But it's 2-0 and we go into half-time thinking, okay, we've got something to work with now. This does not slip. Arsenal, typically, if we do these sort of things, second half, we don't know what's going to happen. You're thinking, this does not slip. Let's kick on. And to be fair, that's what happened in the second half. We're having a goal. Ozil, there was one lovely one opportunity he started. He was running the show. You saw him come from his own half. He won the ball on the semicircle of his own half, and he started a lovely counter-attacking move. And Alexis, the ball just wasn't quite good enough. Alexis was another one having a good game today, as was Mustafi and Koscielny. Ramsey had a good game, but towards the second half he started slipping. I don't know why I mentioned Ramsey. Ramsey had an opportunity in the 55th minute or something like that as well, when he could have just dealt with the ball, simply just clear it, but he lost his footing. I don't know what was happening with Ramsey in the second half. His standards were dropping and he was losing the ball in key areas, and in other games that can be a bit deep. We had a number of chances in the second half. 69th minute, 70th minute, Alexis from range. Alexis had a couple opportunities. There was one lovely one, he went past everyone, and it's like he tried to get a pen, but the ref weren't having it, and yeah, he eventually saved them. Davinson Sanchez bailed out Spurs a lot of times, but it was nice to see in the second half we were showing some game management. We were wasting time, little things here and there. We were playing out from the back convincingly. We were counter-attacking. You see what happens when it happens for Arsenal, but the key thing is to just be doing this every game, whether it's Burnley next week, which you don't know what Arsenal's going to turn up, or it's today against Spurs. In the same way that City, Kevin De Bruyne does this week in, week out. Pep Guardiola is demanding that. Yeah, you played well today, but it doesn't matter. The next game. And are we going to do that to Alexis, Ozil, all of these players? I don't know, people, because them squads there are galvanised. We're not. It's lovely we won today. Oh, yeah, don't forget, 80th minute, checked in, made one lovely save to deny Dyer header as well. But there's not really that much on it, man. It's just mainly how we build from this. If we have any hope of getting the top four, you need to start winning games and getting through this period, not watching what other teams are doing right now, because it's November. We just need to make it to January, being in and amongst the pack, and we see what happens from there, to be honest. It's nice to see that we ultimately, Spurs actually, I think until we scored, they had more chances. We didn't have a chance on target. They had more passes throughout the game and more possession. It's nice as an Arsenal fan to see that they had that, and we walked away with the most decisive thing, which is the 3 points. We made the difference, we showed a committed performance today. Credit to them. I weren't confident going into the game, but these are the performances that I can be confident with. Committed performance, fought for each other, 3 points. But right now, we can be successful and we can have a laugh and be excited. But we need to move to next week and keep this up. Guys, the Luda Goon, I'm signing out. Arsenal 2, Spurs 0. Out.